people are really petrified that they're literally going to lose their way of life. And it's literally putting the state between the parent and their child. It's like they've forgotten how to trust the parent.
Hello, this is Will Colesworth reporting for UK Column. Today I'm down here in Westminster covering the Schools and Children's Wellbeing Bill, a bill which looks like it could end home education in this country as we know it.
Okay, so I'm Michelle Zahir, and we're part of a campaign group of parents, educators, child advocates, social workers in amongst our campaign as well, who are a campaign group against the Children's Wellbeing and Schools Bill. Because basically we absolutely say yes to children's wellbeing. Unfortunately, they forgot to put that in the substance of this bill.
Well, I've been home educating Anya for about 4 years now, and we don't want other families to have the rights to do what we've done taken away.
Stand very strongly against the Children's Wellbeing and Schools Bill and all of the things within it which are actually going to cause harm to young people, from the unique identifier, which is digital ID for kids by stealth, and the home education register, which is actually really there to restrict the access to educational options for young people.
Most people have only heard about the breakfasts. They haven't heard about the fact that it's changing the position of data, so it effectively makes children have no data privacy, because now no consent's needed by parents to share for as low as may promote welfare. At the moment, current position is safeguarding. Absolutely, you should share information if a child's at risk of safeguarding. But to drop it to may promote welfare, they don't need consent of the parents, don't need the consent of the child.
Children from birth will be ascribed a digital identifier. There's been no discussion, no consent. Whilst the government say that they've done a U-turn on mandatory digital ID, what this shows is, like with One Login and the directors and the encroaching infrastructure everywhere, that this is carrying on.
And the government kind of added some extra amendments in last week. They now have added in, from the point of deregistration, within 15 days, the local authority must consider where the child lives. So we're adding home visits in for no reason of suspicion, not because of safeguarding risk, just because you happen to choose a non-mainstream option for education. Perfectly lawful option, which just is the wrong position for it to be at. And they're also going to do a pilot programme where now you'll have to have a mandatory meeting before you can deregister, even if it's a mainstream school, and the parent must attend, and there's an expectation that the child will attend.
What's the biggest problem for you? Problem with the bill? Yeah. The home visits. So at the moment, with the legislation, we can say, no, we're going to do all of our communication in writing, we're going to provide a report, but with the children's bill, they could insist on coming to our home.
And they're not even looking at people who are qualified social workers. So they're not someone who's actually been trained how to assess. It's just the, and if you look at, well, you can look at what the actually qualification officers are. Some barely don't even need GCSE.
At local authority level, there is a huge risk of bias, of any policy coming through being not adhered to properly.
We've heard so many stories from across the country of people demanding information that they're not legally, the local authorities are not legally entitled to.
What are the charges that can be laid against you if you do not comply and you say that you wish to educate your own children?
Right, see, this is where it gets really interesting, because the government keep trying to twist it and go, well, no, it's not really criminalising you, you'll just get a school attendance order. Now, if you fundamentally believe in electively home educating, you're not sending your child to school, so you're not going to comply with a school attendance order, because the school attendance order requires you to enrol your child in school. But if you actually think, no, actually, we are educating, then they can prosecute you, and that's a criminal prosecution, to the courts. And at the moment, obviously, if you prove that it is a suitable education, you're acquitted and it's all fine. But at the moment, the maximum is a fine. But they're introducing a fine and or prison. So really, is it appropriate, because I didn't fill in a bit of information? Oh yeah, because also there's bits about not having accurate information. Because I didn't give you the right information you wanted, that your parent could, face prison time?
It's not going to make the problem go away by putting the parents in prison.